Good morning to all traders and welcome to another daily market insights video provided to you by Orbex. Today is Thursday, the 8th of August, and I have a very interesting technical analysis part for you today. I decided to go a little bit more onto the emerging markets, and we're going to see dollar Mexican, dollar Turkish, dollar ZAR, South African, and also a very good opportunity on the crosses, Euro, New Zealand. The thing is that, why do I want to speak about the New Zealand? Well, after the RBNZ rate decision, the historical decision to cut 50 basis points, Mr. Trump got inspired. So he went out saying that this is the path the Fed should also take, cutting big and fast. Otherwise, looking at quantitative tightening is not really going to work around this time, and it won't really help the U.S. markets. Now, of course, as you can say, that has supported certain assets, and it took the South African rand lower. On the other side, one would consider that Turkish lira would follow the same route, but the thing is that it didn't happen. That's because the Turkish actually pay quite good yields, okay? So the Japanese investors now start throwing some capital inflows over to the Turkish side, despite the market and the economy is not as, as safe as one would expect some sort of profits to be, okay? And not as volatile, of course. Now, Mexican peso, we expect the interest rate decision next week, and I thought it's a very good time that we start having a look. And then, of course, the Euro QE, okay? Today, we're not expecting much on the data front, to be honest. We have the Mexican CPI, new housing prices from Canada, and the US jobless claims. We had very good trade data from China, and this is a good indication about the trade war. So we might see some sort of, muted reaction today on gold, on other markets maybe, just as a breather to say, but the continuation will most likely continue. Now, I want to start with this very, very huge opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ended down here, ABC, okay? We're waiting for the end of this wave, which most likely already took place at around 176. Now, this one is an ABC, so that would be A, B, and C, which is running flat, okay? Now, after this running flat, of course, ending around 175, should have ended around 138 anyway, according to the rules. Now, what we want to see really is prices breaking below that level, correcting, and then we're going to have a very big opportunity down to 165 at least, and we're looking probably even down level B, okay? Now, of course, this is not the only scenario. We will see another move to the upside, or we can see this developing in a complete different way, but I'm leaning towards this first scenario, so to be pretty much a little bit bearish on the bearish side, right? Now, dollar, South African rand, as we said, we've seen prices moving up yesterday, and that has been the case actually for a while now, and that was because there's a lot of tensions with trade war, okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're expecting wave 5. At the moment, we are most likely going to correct a little bit and then start moving to the upside, okay? Now that, of course, we want that to break the 1580 to really validate the original idea, which is this. After, of course, this move to the upside, over here we'll have ABC correction, and now we're most likely going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? That is what I have, how I see this is coming, okay? Because we've had this very nice ABC, and then, impulse to complete wave A. The first wave, and then wave 2 with a nice correction and a triangle down here, an ended triangle, and that would be wave 2, and then most likely looking at prices move higher. Now, of course, I could be wrong, okay? We could have ABC here, and then a combination, and then another BC or something. Expanded flat if we went above. If not, it would just be a flat, okay? So pay attention to the expanding flat, because if that comes out to a 38.2 extension, that means that this is an expanding flat, and it's not wave 3, okay? Which means in that case, of course, we're looking at prices to start moving lower rather than going higher. The other scenario would be that we missed completely this correction, and that is an ABC. Okay, so we just ended wave B because that could easily be marked as an ABC as well, right? So we've got ABC, ABC, and then we're looking for wave C to complete, okay? And that could be simply a complex correction, okay? And from there, we start looking for sells. Now, of course, what we want to see is really the breaking above 1520 and then above the 1560 or so to reiterate, really validate wave 3, then 4 and 5. Okay, very good opportunity as well if it goes as expected. Dollar Mexican peso, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC correction, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I'm expecting. You probably see the lines and you think, oh, a triangle. The truth is that we can connect the trend lines together, it's true, but I don't see this really as a triangle because there's so many impulsive moves here, so many impulses that this is no way a corrective, a corrective triangle, you know. So from down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are in a corrective, in a complex corrective pattern. Okay, I see this actually as an ascending channel. We are now, since we're expecting wave 2 to end, we're now wave A, B, and C. We're now actually correcting for wave B, and then we'll have wave C. Since this is a corrective move, we're only expecting 3 waves, right? Not 5. So B and C with interest rate cut from Mexican back next week, prices would get around 20, and 20 is a huge psychological level to start selling. Okay, and we'll go 3, 4, and 5. And then down to dollar with Turkish lira, we ended that level. We are actually on, okay, so we had 5, okay, A, B, C. This is where we are. A, B, C, okay, this is our B over here, and now this is wave C. Wave C is an ABC, could be an ABC ending down to, you know, 5.4 or 5.18. That would be one scenario. It is quite possibly that we see this trend line breaking, but since we're still got a rejection here, prices may start moving up again, okay? But the chances of this, of course, breaking and moving down to 5.2 are quite good. Now, the other scenario, of course, is that this corrective move turns out to be an ABCDE triangle, as seen over here, and that would mean that prices will start moving up. Okay. Now, what we want to really see is the break above that level. Okay. If we don't break above this descending trend line, prices could still move to the downside. Now, in the short term, we're most likely looking for prices to correct a little bit, at least to 5.57 anyway. So that will be all for today. So it's some sort of special video today, special market insights for the emerging markets, and a very, very huge opportunity for across the Euro QE. I want to thank you once again, of course, for watching. And I want to remind you to visit our blog, where we'll cover the latest headlines and news, cover trading ideas, and provide all the necessary tools traders need.